I thought you would have been lower level than that.
And as a reminder, Finrick wears kitchen, like, pots and pans for armor, and has a wooden sword and a newspaper. Can't get that.
And why are we getting this guy?
This is...
He has a lot of useful
that guy. The extreme divination halfling wizard. What you can gather, because it is a little bit harder to see all of that snow.
Like a bear.
Basically to the north is where you feel the snow. Neither have I. I've played with it, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah, get back where you're at.
Hey, she had already snuck by.
Yeah, but you're over here. You're over here. So that's about 60 or so feet up, just for reference, just because it's an image. There's also more path kind of over here. So for what you're looking at, you want to basically place to the left of that line.
This is where we were going?
You're heading in this direction. There's a path that continues up this way that's at your elevation, more or less. The northern part is where you're hearing all of the howling and hooting coming from.
Okay. And this is 60 feet up, you said?
At the top of that cliff, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know which arrow we're pointing at. You have the same color I do.
That's not true. Look at our arrows.
It's a little darker. Okay, fair enough. So they are up there.
Okay.
All right, so I think that's it. So you're all good where you're at. All right. Did we roll initiative last time? I don't recall. Or did we just hard stop?
I don't recall.
I'm just going to clear it all.
We heard the
And
scream,
we'll make
and that
do
was end of game.
All right, so now everybody roll initiative. This is not going to go well.
2 nat 20s on initiative.
What the hell? I'm in the upper third.
Wow.
Everyone except for Ari.
Ferris is a pod person. Finrick rolls a. That's not bad. 16.
Yeah.
It's the cold
Okay.
weather. It's slowing her down. All the snow.
So I'll roll a 2. And Jason. Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I was like, saw that pop. I'm like, holy shit, that's been a while now. Mostly this
Damn,
game and
that's a
Saturday
lot.
nights.
Hmm.
So it's mostly this game and then my Saturday night game.
Very nice.
Impressive.
Here is a cheat. And with that, around.
I can almost buy a pizza.
Sora, you hear the howling coming from atop of this mountain / glacier, depending on where you look. And you see the 2 small, frightened Yeti children. What you want to do?
I get the feeling you're muted, Slumber.
Was I muted?
Yep. Gronko. Actually, hold on 1 second. Are you there, Gronko?
No, he's AFK.
I'm going to roll this initiative for him. It's insane. Yeah, every time. That puts him at the top. So we'll come back to him when he's back. Now it's what do you want to do? I believe last we left off, the idea of blowing up the mountain was thrown around dark. Just saying.
Nothing wrong with that mate turning into a volcano.
Yeah. Avalanche. I'll survive. I don't care.
More or less. Your odds are pretty good.
Just
It's
didn't.
okay. We're just passing through. No need to be scared. Do they look like any responsive to that?
What are you speaking common or what language?
I'm using the special feature of the monk. Where is it? Tongue of the Sun and Moon. If it speaks language, it can understand me, and I can understand it.
So unfortunately, it hasn't learned to speak yet, but it does understand you. You get the sense.
Okay.
They just kind of look at you, very confused.
Trying to be friendly, very wordly smiling, glancing up where the boring came from.
Let's see. Oh, it actually rolled pretty good. Oh, first one, never mind. It looks a little different. So the one on the right just kind of looks over at you and just kind of seems curious. However, the one on the left kind of gets a little bit panicked and puts its hand on the other one, seemingly a little bit shocked at the sign of the black mark that's kind of moving around on you.
Oh, right. That didn't get fixed.
Yep. They're a little bit dubious at the moment.
That's fair. I'm not gonna hit them at all.
Jasper.
I haven't pulled my nunchucks out yet.
I'm not entirely sure if we're engaging yet. I think I will hold an action to cast Fairy Fire if the big Yetis come down and start to attack us.
Okay.
I will bonus action Thought Form as a precaution.
Fair enough. All right, big guy, what do you want to do?
Mwah. I'm gonna come up next to Sora. Look at what he's looking at. Did I hear? Yeah, I would have heard it. I'm gonna make a snowman.
Hmm. Very interesting. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
I have had to have seen Yetis in my past, and I know that these are young Yetis, so I'm just making it look.
What kind of snowman do you want to make?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Or
Just,
get demonetized in the home.
well as Jasper can make a. It's more lumpy than anything, and it probably looks more like just a lump of snow.
Sure. As you make the snowman, go ahead and make a persuasion check. No worries. It's your turn after him. Of course, you're at the top of the order. Okay. I'll say you managed to settle them down a bit. They're still a little bit dubious, but they're not as panicked. However, you still hear the sounds coming from above.
Can I look at the sounds, look at them, point to my ears, and then look back up and make a shrug?
Let's see. One of them looks back up. The other one looks randomly off to the left and turns back. Seems confused.
Me too, big guy. Yeah, that'll be all I do.
All right. End of your turn. You kind of hear the ice crack on the side of this glacier as you hear. Let me get a token. I'm not a fan of tokens in this, by the way. I think you can look them up. Just saying.
You
It's
are
not
or are
horrible.
not.
It's all right. I liked how you used to be able to just pull everything up before and look at everything.
I'm not sure if
Now
there's
you
a
have
way
to,
to
like-
do that yet or
Maybe they'll
not. To
come in
me,
time.
you can organize this better and it loads faster, in my opinion. The other one, if you
No,
have
it's
too
got
many
definite-
too many icons, it would take forever to load.
Oh, this is kind of cool, though. They do make making tokens a lot easier. I'll give them that much. There's that one. And that one. You watch as a very large Yeti jumps off the side of this cliff.
Mhm.
Come on. Oh god, is there an invisible wall?
Does the GM have an invisible wall that he can't get past?
Apparently, I got past it. You watch as he lands.
Oh, that's big.
Just lands. I'm gonna roll a perception check. It's going to kind of place itself over the two of them. It's going to get up and beat its chest, and it's going to hold an action.
Did it just crush its babies?
No, it's standing over them.
Oh no.
Fenric looks over at you,
Is
Theris.
it just me, or does it look like it's
No,
does it look like it's acquired a couple of children for eyes?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It does. It's so great.
It
Like it's got
forms,
giant Coke bottle glasses on.
it forms its final form. Laser beam. Fenric looks over to you, Theris. Like, huh, friend of yours?
I hope.
Oh, cool. And you watch, he's going to use his action to summon a little bit of help.
Don't do it, you idiot.
How tall is the Yeti?
Hold on 1 sec. I will confirm. Oh, there he is.
I would guess maybe 15, 20 feet tall. I would guess 15.
And his duck has appeared. He will pick up his duck. And end his turn.
okay.
Tanya,
Yes.
you hear more thundering footfalls as another large one jumps onto the side of this. It's going to run along the side of the wall and jump down in front of you. And it's just going to roar in your face. Is there anything you just want to briefly do?
I wiped the slobber from my face.
Fair enough. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Oh, you rolled exactly what you needed. As its hand swoops down to pick you up, you just drop, barely missing. It's just, and it just kind of huffs and puffs. There's.
So that one was attacking. The other one looks
That one
defensive.
tried to pick up Tanya. The other one is standing over the babies.
Do I have any kind of knowledge that I've ever read about these? Are they intelligent? Are they just
Make a
beasts?
history check. It wouldn't be super common knowledge, but like you may have randomly read something about it. You've heard of Yetis. You don't know a whole lot about them. You know they're kind of in the high mountains. From what you do know, though, these seem ridiculously larger than you've previously kind of had. Let me confirm, I believe. What is that? They are about 25 feet tall each.
Do I know? Are they natural beast type animals or anything like that? Basically, would I know if speak with animals would work on them?
You don't believe they're animals. As far as you know, kind of they're like from folklore. You would almost consider them more of a monster.
Monstrosities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, because this says you can communicate with beasts, so I didn't know if they would be considered that or not.
Good option.
Since I don't want to attack necessarily, I want to summon a firebolt in my hand and just hold it. And I want to move close over here and like wave it, and like just make like trying to get it scared off.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Me and my no-skilled intimidation. That's gonna help. Intimidation.
That's a nat 20. Tanya, you watch as this thing goes to grab at you. You're like, shit. And you watch as Theris runs up and just kind of summons a firebolt in his hand, just waving around like, hey. It seems to like kind of pull back a little bit at the side of the fire. It's it does not seem very pleased about the fire.
Say I'm not attacking it direct. I'm just trying to ward it off, but not be too aggressive.
I got you.
And now that my turn's over, I'm gonna go get coffee. Be right back.
Sounds good. Tanya.
Can action disengage?
Actually, before that happens, at the end of Theris's turn, it's going to use one of its legendary actions.
Oh.
Mm.
Why is it not opening? And it is going to use its leap ability. As it kind of lands in the middle of all of you.
Oh.
You do get an attack of opportunity, though, as it goes. Do you have Warcaster? I forget.
No, I don't.
Otherwise, you could cast a spell at it. So you do get an attack if you have something to hit it with.
Oh, I'll hold off. I don't know. Tanya still doesn't know if we're actually fighting it or not.
Okay, sounds good. What you want to do? It just jumped.
I know. If it would have stayed there, I would have just surrounded it in wall of fire.
Well, actually, thank you for doing that. It's actually going to jump to the left, considering that Theris has the fire out. It's going to try to stay away from him.
Can I? You know what? I'm going to fly up my max height.
Okay. As a note, that smaller cliff right above you is about 30 feet. So it goes 30, 60.
Yep, I'm trying to refine my thing to find out how fast the boots fly. But yeah, I'll go up 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'll hold firebolt in case it actually attacks someone.
Fair. Oh, hold on. I'll end your turn for you. I think that's the two of them. You watch as from the side. Another one
Oh. Okay.
just jumps down. And it's going to use its action 5, 10, 15. It's going to just, not towards there. So there's is scary. It's going to run up towards you, Tanya. But it used all of its action.
But is it on the cliff that's 30 feet up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a lot of them.
Oh, that is a lot of them.
This one is going to pick up a rock. And it lands like roughly like just there and slams into the ground. That's all it does though.
The negotiations have broken down.
Moves to the side. Holds an action. This one also throws a rock. This one lands like right in front of you too, Jasper and Sora.
Oh.
The little one is going to run this way. This one is going to just run in front of them. This one runs back over here. Jalal kind of like looks around. Not good.
Mm-hmm.
We should make an expeditious retreat.
He's going to look. At least we have mage armor up, right? This seems very... following your lead, Theris, he's going to attempt to do the same thing. As he also produces a firebolt. Where'd it go? You get the feeling he doesn't use fire a lot. He kind of holds it a little bit, but just barely. All right.
Can I already see a point about 500 feet ahead? From
Not
here?
in this weather.
Hmm.
Right now, you maybe have like 100 feet or so.
I'm gonna go this very far with that one. Okay.
You got?
Just debating whether or not it's only 100 feet, but I might not be able to follow. And that would be this way?
That goes off the mountain.
Okay, so we're effectively going this way then?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's exactly where the children are. That's not good. Well, we can teleport part of it.
Like what part?
Is she seeing any movement over there?
Where the little ones are?
Past the little ones.
It's about at the reach of your distance. So you basically like see them, and just where they're kind of heading in that direction, you see nothing but snow.
Okay. Sorry, do you think you can talk to them?
I can talk to them, but I don't know if they'll listen.
Okay. I guess she's they had to be going that way.
Small pass.
Yep. She's going to cast Arcane Gate.
All right.
And open it up about 100 feet in the direction we're going.
So
or
one
towards
thing
the
you could
location.
know. Actually, that'd be a horrible idea. They're still up there. Never mind.
If I can get us further up the mountain, that would also work. But
you can kind of see the ledge. You can basically get up there, but you're not sure what else is up there.
I guess.
And you can't even really see that far. You could basically, actually, yeah, you can see about that far. Correct. Here. Be nice. I'll give you another Mercy 5.
Okay. So, portal about there.
And which
facing
way
out
are you
that
going to have
way.
it facing? Okay, so it's going to be invisible currently to the Yeti.
I don't know if it's invisible from both sides.
Only one
or
side.
from one side, is it?
So one side it's visible.
I know you can only go into
Like
it one
visible.
side, but
the side you go into is visible. The other side is invisible, if I recall.
I'm back.
Because you can shift it.
Welcome back. Yeah, I know you can shift it. I just don't recall. And blocks vision through it.
What are you trying to do?
It just says that it's the mist that fills each portal. Oh no, it's just it just says that there's mist that fills each portal. Granted, how easy is it to see mist in a blizzard? But
one thing.
Hold on, a ring visible only from one side. Yeah, you're correct.
But you can shift it, I think, with a bonus. I really don't know how you shift it. I don't think it's an action to shift it.
Because
you can rotate it.
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Yeah. So you're facing
everyone,
it
through the
out.
portal. Yeah. So basically, you go in this way and come out
running away.
And she might as well use a little bit of movement to step through and make sure that it is safe over there.
Okay. So you go through the portal.
So 5 foot. Yep.
Now, is Arcane Gate usable by anyone or just you?
Anyone. As long as it is up and you go through the right side, anyone can go through.
Got it. All right.
It is a physical portal connecting those 2 points.
Anything else you want to do?
If she doesn't see anything there, then she's going to step back through.
Actually, when you walked through, just roll a perception check, just out of curiosity. Yep, you don't got to worry about it.
She's going to step forward.
All right.
And she's going to spread her wings and mantle up.
All right, so you ignite with flame.
Mm-hmm. Set to combat. And the phoenix will kind of fly up a bit above her and shine brightly.
Roll an insight check really quick. Oh yeah, because your phoenix popped. So I actually have him saved. Baby phoenix. What's his total health supposed to be? I have it at 24.
I think it's more than that. Let me double check here for you to find where the phoenix is.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Baby phoenix is 40 HP.
40. Got it. All right, baby phoenix 40 HP. Here's baby phoenix's card in case it bugged out from the last time you used it. Actually, I should just make its card open. Hold, please. That would be the nice thing to do. Baby phoenix.
Holding.
Actually, can I do it from here? I'll have to look it up later. I don't know if I can. All right.
Right.
Baby phoenix is down. You can't move. Let me see. Try it now.
No.
I don't think. Do they work any different in this in Unity Theirs?
What's going on?
His phoenix is marked friendly, but he can't move it.
Did
I know in
you drag
Unity
it
you
up
can
to
only move your token.
Typically, is it a separate creature or just a token?
It's a creature.
Did you left click, hold it, and drag it from the combat tracker and drop it on his portrait in the upper right of the screen?
Did not. Let's try that. I dropped it on his actual token. Try it now.
No luck.
Did you have a pop up for the controls and everything? Like when he dropped it on you?
No.
The card didn't pop up?
The card popped up. Yes, here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The card, so you can see the Phoenix stats and all that.
Mm.
But you
Yes, but I can't move the actual token.
That I'm not sure about. Have not encountered that yet.
Where do you want it to
something
go?
that's even changed or not, or maybe it's a bug.
Currently, it's just flying a little bit above her. I'm just shining brightly.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to do?
That is her action and bonus. What was the result of the insight?
You notice Yeti 3 and unidentified creature 1. Actually, we could expose them all now. No, don't do that. I wonder why it split them all up now. Weird. Oh, I know. I pulled them from different sources. Silly me. But Yeti 3 and Yeti 1 both look very terrified at the sight of you and your bird. However, you notice the large one just looks angry.
Okay, that is her round.
At the end of your turn, unidentified creature 1 is going to use one of its legendary actions. And it is going to glare at you. All right. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
And
Actually,
I'm going to assume this is not poison.
Don't do it. I'll do it for you. No, it is not, but I'll do it because there is possibly something I may need it for. Ooh, that's a weird dice. By 1.
1 point off.
So you take 13 points of cold damage. I forget you had cold resistance. And you are paralyzed for 1 minute because you're not immune to cold, right? You're just resistant.
No, she's resistant, not immune.
You are currently paralyzed for 1 minute as you just kind of lock up.
So is it like a flash freeze idea?
You don't know. Hold on 1 sec. Wow, this is a little weird.
Would being on fire in any way assist in that?
It doesn't actually grant you any additional benefits, so unfortunately, no.
Was that a visible
But if it's
harmful
like
effect?
something similar to being...
It was just a chilling gaze that it laid upon you. But yeah, because your mantle doesn't provide any additional advantage, unfortunately, no. You do get a save at the end of each of your
That's worth
turns, though.
asking. Okay.
Actually, hold up. Did I grab the wrong Yeti? I think I grabbed the
Holding
wrong
up.
Yeti. I totally grabbed the wrong Yeti. Oh no, it was a legendary action. Sorry.
It says unidentified creature 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that was its legendary action, though. I forgot.
Mhm.
Yeti 4. He's gonna hop down and just kind of hang out right about. Come on. There. Just kind of hang out as backup. At the top of the round, anyone facing the mountain, roll a perception check at disadvantage.
Before we end the round, can I take my turn?
Oh, sorry. Yes, you may. What do you wish to do?
I turn invisible.
And you would have been invisible before he landed there, so he's not currently aware you're next to him. As far as you know.
In that case, I'd like to move.
Sure. Yeah, you would have gone before him.
I would assume I'm facing the mountain since I was turning towards that one. So make a perception check, you said?
At disadvantage, yeah. Jasper, Jason, Sora.
Damn it, that was almost an 18.
Leah did. Oh, hey, Theris, not bad. Theris, you look up and kind of off to the side, away from the Yetis, you see like a humanoid just kind of like peeking over the edge, almost hiding, and you see like this long blue hair kind of like blowing in the wind, and then you just watch as the snow picks up. Goodbye, snow.
Ooh.
Using the nuke, the cool stuff.
Your visibility has been
it's
cut
changing
down
direction.
to 30 feet. It's crazy wind. Crazy wind.
Now, does it appear this is just somebody watching, or they're controlling things?
They appear to just be looking and watching on.
I'll call out to everybody. There's some humanoid with blue hair on the top of the ridge. And draw attention to it.
That's just Jalal, silly.
Behind me and to the side, up on the ridge.
Oh damn, he must have rolled pretty high. Jalal, like being the only one next to the Sig now, his firebolt has kind of gone out from this blizzard. Actually, at this point, yours is kind of blown out too. It's like, shit. Kind of looks at you, Theris. Like, If we technically don't hurt it, that's not offensive, right?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we just scare them off so we can pass. I'm sure they're just protecting their territory and children.
What can we do here? Disintegrate? Nah.
So if we don't hurt them, it won't be considered offensive, right? Disintegrate.
There's not really any good spots here. He's gonna. If he holds it, he's gonna use his action to disengage, and he's going to get next to the halfling, and he will hang out there. Jason. Come. What you gonna do, buddy?
Okay, Jason's gonna move towards the portal that Ari created, grabbing Ari along the way and pushing her through the portal.
Okay.
She is currently on fire right now.
Yeah, stuff happens.
All right, so he just takes the random fire damage, whatever you get for grabbing you. I'll tell you what, though. I'll give you advantage on your Constitution saves. To unthaw.
I should have advantage anyways because of my mantle.
No, for Ari. Yours is totally different anyways. This is just for because she's on fire right now. What's your mantle?
Advantage against saving throws versus magic.
It's not a spell. Does it define?
I don't know. You made it.
For the mantle damage? Or
no, my mantle.
I think he's referring to the.
Oh, your mantle.
Yeah, I think
that's another. The mantle of spell resistance. That is only towards. Actually, hold on. Let me double check, just because. A speed. Blah 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 blah. Advantage on saving throws against spells. Well, it is unfortunately not a spell. But good to know. But it also didn't try to do anything to you. It was a single action versus Ari.
Okay, I push Ari through the portal and I'm out of movement. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark on the creature 1.
All right.
And I'm no longer invisible.
Fair. Bring this to yet 2. Tanya, I need you to make a acrobatics or athletics check as Yeti 2 goes to grapple you. It's not a bad modifier with those gloves, is it?
Nope, not at all.
This is very interesting. I hope I don't roll horribly low. Fucking shit. So, you watch as Yeti 2 goes to like bear hug you. Thirst, you just watch because you're close enough in the snow. Tanya just extends out both arms and just like blocks both of them, like, not today. And it just looks very confused. Yeah, and that's
Personal
it.
space.
Leah. Apparently. Jeez.
All right. I've got a cat on my arm. I'm sorry. Hold on just a sec.
Excuses.
I'm gonna do dancing lights.
Okay.
They're gonna be looking like kind of fiery, glowing orbs, and I'm gonna put one. I'll just draw them out.
Tanya has a cat on her head. That's no excuse to have to get on her arm.
I put one near the portal.
Okay.
Like
You can
here?
do 3, I think, right?
4.
It's only 3. There's an extra one, so whatever it is, there says one more.
You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range.
All right. Yeah, there's 5 on that one. So yeah, 4 of them easy.
I know people are over here. I'm just making sure people can get to the portal easily.
I got it. You're like doing like landing lights.
Yeah, like traffic
Mhm.
flash cones. Yeah. And one, I think they can see it okay.
Land here.
I'll just do 3. I can't really see too much farther than that anyway.
Put one on top of Tanya.
I don't think I can see Tanya from here.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I would say you kind of knew where Tanya was beforehand. Roll a perception check at disadvantage to see if you can kind of get a view.
Okay.
Or at least approximate like where Tanya would have been previously. Oh, that's actually not bad at all. Yeah. You're able to place one next
okay, cool.
2 of them if you want. Like, where are they? They're like right there. I hope. Whoa.
I think I can. Can't remember how far they have to be from each other.
It's like 5
at
or
least
10 feet
20
or something.
foot.
You're fine.
Okay, then yeah, plenty. And then I'm just gonna.
You want to see something cool? I was playing with this earlier too.
Sure.
Let's see if I can do this and not fuck it up. How much light do you get?
It's a torch, so it should be.
It's 10 feet worth of dim light.
Yeah,
No bright light?
Dancing light is dim. Yeah.
I thought it was 10 of bright and 10 of dim.
Yeah, 20 foot. It should be 20 foot total.
No, it's just 10 of dim.
Oh.
No, dancing lights are just 10 dim.
Yeah, just 10 foot dim.
Dang.
I think my thought form sheds.
The advantage is you get 4 of them.
Let's see
I think Ari also sheds bright light.
Nope, just dim light.
Let's see if it works.
All right. And then I am going to get closer to the portal.
Oh, Nobo, if you want to play with the lighting engine, Ari sheds 30 foot of dim and 30 foot of regular currently.
I'm trying to save it first, so there you go. I don't know if it even matters because I don't have any lighting set up.
The lighting's pretty cool in dungeon stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't have any lighting set up, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand next to the
The lighting
portal.
is a little buggy, but it is really cool when it
I'll
works.
figure it out another day.
That's me.
Next dungeon delve we do, I assure you. Alright. The Yeti hikes are going to continue running this way they're going.
Do they see the flaming female?
No, because you're behind the invisible gate.
But it's, well, I mean, it's only invisible. The portal itself is invisible here.
But you are also invisible because it can't, like, see past you.
And she's on the
Kind
other
of
side
like
of the
a
portal.
two-way mirror.
Wouldn't
at
she
the moment.
be visible?
You're not visible for work. Well, actually, how big is the mirror? That'll answer my question.
It's a 10-foot diameter, I want to say.
Yeah, no, more or less, it doesn't really see you at the moment.
The poor Yeti child is going to be terrified when it walks around the corner.
Probably. How fast is it? It's not that fast. Don't worry. Finray. Like, it's really cold. Where did everybody go? He looks down his deck. Sancho, where did they go? Went. And then he sees the light. Ooh. He's going to attempt to catch it. That's a natural 19. He's like, ha! Aww. Hello? And then he'll just walk.
Boy.
And his duck will follow. There's.
Everybody, where's the portal?
The 10-foot line by Leah and Jason.
So I'll try to make my way there. 5:30. And is it at the one right below me?
It's that red line that's the 10-foot to the east of you.
So I'll take my action to dash and hit it.
Are you gonna go through it?
Yeah.
All right. So then you pop up by Ari. Good timing, because there's a lot of you right next to each other. Just pointing that out.
Now, how far was I from where I entered it? Because I stopped right above the last circle, the last orange.
1, 2. It would take you 3 to get to there. You still have 3 more.
3 more.
Correct.
Okay. Because I want to go ahead and get out of the way. Hopefully, other people are coming, and I'm trying to make room.
Got it.
Yay. So no one's attacked, no one hit.
One apparently damaged Dari.
One of them damaged Ari?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That'll make me too happy.
An icy stare.
That icy stare. I'm gonna try and intimidate him to go back by getting big.
You.
And I'm gonna
15 feet?
15 feet. And I'm gonna shout in giant that we're not here to harm anyone. Just trying to pass.
You yell out. No visible reaction from the ones you see.
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Jasper, you would know. Yetis do have their own language. You don't know how to speak it, but you are aware that they have one.
Yeah. Until Sora, try and talk to them again. What do I know about their personality and their cult? Because I should have spent a lot of time near them.
Yetis, for the most part, if they're able to hunt their own food, they tend to leave people alone. If they don't have available food, they'll eat almost anything, including each other.
Well, there's a lot of them, so I don't think they're eating each other yet.
Or they're using
They're
And
trying
they have
not
young,
to.
so that means there should be plentiful food if they have offspring.
That's true too. So I'll pass that all kind of over to Sora. Be like, I don't think they want this fight.
Okay.
Stand intimidatingly over Sora, similar to how he stood over the younglings.
At this point, he still is 10 feet taller than you because you don't have your little mini artificer to blow you up.
That's fair, but
Anything else?
I'll hold. No, that was bonus action. No, I'm not gonna hold a reaction.
All right. It's like I want to save that reaction. Yeti 3. Did you take your bird through, Ari?
No, Ari didn't willingly go through. She was pushed through.
Gotcha. This one. Is going to look at you, Sora. Exactly what you needed. You just kind of like sit there and you start to lock up, but it doesn't take effect. You are immune to Yeti gazes other than perhaps the large ones.
I'm telling you, it's not Yiddish, it's Yiddish.
Well, Ari has had a very productive action. The Phoenix is going to help guard the portal, again, shining brightly, and I suppose even trying to obscure the vision of the big Yeti within its line of sight. So, let's see. No answer. Okay, passed. It's fine. But yeah, that about summarizes what the Phoenix is doing. Just kind of helping guard the portal. Oh, Ari gets a con save at the end of the turn, correct?
At advantage, yeah. If your mana's still up.
It is.
Unfortunately, yours
One off.
Yeti 2 is going to jump down by the baby and hold an action. He just went AFK, didn't he?
Yep.
All right, we'll come back to him. The other big one. Gonna move over to you, Tanya, and attempt to grab you again.
Isn't Tanya like 30 feet in the air?
He's 25 feet tall.
No, 30. I went max.
What you're saying is the Yeti's
The Yeti can just grab you.
Is 25 feet in height. You're still within its arm's reach.
The other one can't grab you, but the big one can grab you. It still has to try to grab you, though. I need you to make acrobatics or athletics. Fucking shit, dude. Really? Freaking little steroid
Welcome back,
child.
Slumber. After the Yeti, I believe it'll be your turn.
Correct. Where's this card? I'm not even looking in the right spot.
Can I counter throw it?
If you win, hold on.
Counter grab.
This is ridiculous. You watch it goes to grab Tanya, and as you go to grab it, you just kind of like smack its finger away, and you kind of like crack it a little bit. It's like, it will try to grab you one more time. Go again. Okay, that's still, your modifier is ridiculous. It's just under you though. It rolled a nat 20. Not even lying. I'll shoot it for you.
You know what the worst thing about my strength modifier would normally be? -1.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, those gloves are a great addition. There you go. No, you hit it and it just kind of like puts its finger in its mouth. It's like irritated, and then it just grabs you with the other hand.
God, I don't know if this will be intelligent or stupid thing to do.
And as a bonus action, it's gonna throw you.
Just gonna dunk.
I need you to. Here, I'll roll it on you. It's not a lot of damage. Don't worry. Not necessarily. Yeah, I think that's probably. I don't think you have a way out of that, do you?
No. I do question. Depends. I would question how it's throwing me because of my flying ability.
You are not currently flying when you're being thrown. It has no effect on you. No different than if I were to throw Ari. I could still throw Ari even if Ari's flying.
Oh, okay. Well, that ruins a stupid plan I was planning to do with it holding me. I was wondering if I heat up my own chainmail, does it drop me? If I use heat metal on my own scale mail?
It's gonna chuck you. It's gonna chuck you over here. You take.
Did I catch him? Catch her?
Do you want to use your action to attempt to do so?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check. See if you're quick enough. Unfortunately, no. You like hold up your arms and you just watch Tanya like land and hit the ground. You take 19 points.
Is that like solid stone and
Tanya.
ice, or is that like mostly snow?
It's stone and ice. There's snow in there too.
Okay.
Tanya looks at Jasmine. Nice try.
And then it just kind of like, and it's going to move up on his location. Oh, wait, hold on. Tanya, your turn.
Wasn't it Sora's turn?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There you go.
Okay. Things are going bad.
I'm tired of these Yetis. Move away from the Yetis, if you can.
So, we apologize for spooking the children. We were just passing through. We mean no harm.
Roll a persuasion check, since it can understand you. I will not make you roll a disadvantage, because technically none of you have really hurt them yet.
Oh, wow.
20.
Okay. All right.
Good roll.
Thank you all so
Pop
much.
off,
I
Sora.
love you at the same time. So, you look as the large one kind of sits there, shocked out of its mind that you can speak Yeti. Oh, Bobo. And he points at himself.
Bobo?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bobo. I like it.
We'll point at myself. Sora.
He just looks at you.
May we pass through?
Hungry.
Uh-oh.
Need food.
Actually,
All that but
And he points up towards like the direction of the north where that giant storm has basically been going for the last several weeks from unknown sources.
Remember, I called out that there was somebody up there.
No, I'm talking about from where the Winter Queens area kind of was. There's been like a giant making snow happen where there's normally not snow, going like in a direct line south towards the capital.
Can Tanya use a free action to take out some meat for them?
What kind of meat do you have, and how much?
I have 10 pounds of behemoth meat.
I don't think that's gonna go very far.
Hold on. And 13 pounds of Roth meat. Hey, it's food.
Hey, can we
You could invite them into Leah's home. It does have a banquet for 100.
I was honestly thinking about doing that.
So
I
they
don't think they would fit through the door, though.
It would open up for them if you invite them.
Think the
You
door.
can
bend the rules.
Yeah, you can make it what size you want.
We could do this.
Because I'm
Do it.
so excited to see what happens if you do this.
I'll tell you.
But keep in
Sorry.
mind, it's not really end of day yet. So if you stay here, your journey just gets delayed a little bit. You don't have a real time crunch other than just happenings going on. But you could.
Think of the
Take
bright
it for 24 hours.
Wait a minute. Think of the bright side. We could possibly have a guide after feeding them.
If somebody lets me know, because I got away, I could cast Hero's Feast.
That only feeds, what, 7 people?
12.
We don't have any goblets, though, I don't think, correct?
Gem encrusted bowl worth at least 1,000 gold. And it gets consumed, so I have not specifically
don't
asked for
like
any
that.
bowls to be made. So
Yeah, let's just do the hut. We'll just take a half a day's minus and just relax and get to know some friends. Maybe learn something about the past to help us out.
So basically, because it's a 7th level spell, she can only do it once. So if she casts it, like, either you can continue your journey and not have it and use a dome or something like that.
Yeah, no. We would just take the night. Like, we've been traveling for like half a day at this point, haven't we?
A half day, maybe.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
we're gonna
storming.
lose the second half of the day, and there's a storm.
Fair enough. Would you like to invite in the Yetis to your home?
Someone asked me to. I can't wait.
So
Someone-
the Yetis are apparently hungry, and they pointed to the mountain, right?
More or less that they're just hungry.
They say they're hungry.
They pointed at the storm, and they're blaming the storm for the lack of food.
Yeah, I'll say most likely the reason they attacked us is that they're hungry. We can
Do we
ease their
have a way
conscience
to
and give them
feed them.
I'm just like pinching the bridge of my nose, looking
They might-
down.
They might be able to guide us through the mountain.
You're asking me to invite a bunch of giant, smelly yetis into my nice new mansion.
Make the bathhouse
Hey.
bigger. And we'll
The
make
other
them
big
not
one
small.
kind of bounces over and looks over at you, Sora. Moog want to know what food they have.
Oh. Know what food they have?
What food?
Oh, what food? She wants to know what food we
I want to know
have.
what's on the menu.
Any food. It can be anything.
Anything?
Anything.
As much as they want.
She kind of yells back out, anything!
I cannot believe the things I do for you people. And I take out my components and I find a nice spot.
Now, are you making any modifications to this summoning beforehand for the Yeti?
I am going to make the door much bigger to get in, and I'm going to make the central area like 3 times as large,
And the bathrooms need to be
reducing
larger.
some of the unnecessary rooms.
Gotcha.
And a big
And
bathroom.
I have the main. I just have all the food in the main area. Like it's just this big table, circular table with a bunch of food on it, and this massive hall just front and center.
Jason steps to the portal to grab Ari and Theris.
About this time, too, because the little one ran back over, this one kind of heads back. This one, however, continued north for a time Like comes right here, sees our, and then runs back the other way. This one also jumps down.
At this point, I don't know what's going on. I just see them all converging on the group and no one's coming through, and I'm like getting worried.
Jason finally pops through.
Hey, I think we fixed it. We're gonna feed them, and then they'll maybe guide us through the mountains, so we can go back there now.
Are you sure it's safe?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Ari.
I come
How's your
through
day
but
going?
defensive, like ready for like this to be a ruse.
Oh, I have wall of fire waiting. You saw my little box I was showing. That was going to be a wall of fire.
The weather also lightens up a little bit.
Okay. Wow. That was cool. I suppose better now that I can move.
Your
I
10-minute
hear
elapsed.
we're inviting them for a feast.
Yes, apparently we're having the Yetis over for lunch. Who would have thought?
Better than almost dying.
There are a lot of them. Do we
It is different than my usual course may have been, which is interesting, to be fair. I'll open the door up.
And they go in.
Didn't I
Actually,
tell you? Bumbles bounce.
it was Moog that threw Tanya, right?
What's that?
It was Moog that threw Tanya, right?
Uh-huh.
Tanya's just gonna look him in the eye and give like, I want to arm wrestle you later.
Her.
Yeah.
It says something that equates to basically okay chicken wing that Sora picks up.
She accepts the challenge.
I'm just saying, I beat 2 Yetis so far.
Thankfully, you have enough food for 100 people for a very large banquet.
Oh, Jasper gets really excited. He's like, "Oh, you guys can make me big, and I can wrestle them."
I have enough for 100 people or 12 Yeti.
Just for you, Jasper, just for you. And I catch and large on him.
All right, so we'll say for fun, Jasper, you blow up to 30 feet.
I go into the practice room and I say, "Who wants to wrestle?"
I will translate if they don't understand.
So you ask who wants to wrestle.
Yep.
They all look very confused, not understanding what wrestling is.
Play
Who wants to play fight? No weapons.
Yep, still not following.
Oh.
You may have to show them an example.
Sure. Tanya will wrestle you.
30-foot tall.
Okay, no, I like where this is going.
What do we need to roll for this?
We'll just do athletics checks to be fair. So, each of you go ahead and roll an athletics check. Tanya, Jasper's hand just kind of like goes to start pushing down on top of you. And you're like, and he just kind of squishes you against the ground. I win.
I don't think this will get the point across to him.
Okay, then maybe arm wrestling. I'll lay on my stomach with my arm out and my pinky up against you, and we're gonna arm wrestle.
Do it again. You begin to arm wrestle. And Tanya, still angry from the previous bout, just starts to push you back. Go ahead and make another one, both of you. Jasper, like angry, pushes you back past the center and towards his side. Go again. Oh, wow.
He rolls.
Wow. You're dead center. Roll again. Oh, it's so strong. Oh, that's bad. Oh, gosh. Back towards Jasper. Go again. 2 to go, Jasper. Oh, no. That's another one. All right. Could be the last one.
It's like leaning her whole body into his pinky.
Yep, pretty much. Oh, not an 8. Jasper just... she just flings over and, like, rolls 10 feet.
You're so strong.
They'll just kind of... Moog, and he walks over to you, Jasper.
Just pounding my chest.
It would be funny if they misunderstand Moogdoo and then goes over and picks up Tanya and just throws her across the room. That's what they think wrestling is just throwing the little one around.
Yeah, I throw the tall one.
Oh, no. Jasper, you watch. As Moog blows up to gargantuan proportions and like loads up the ceiling.
No!
And you just hear a chuckle from behind you as Tanya walks away.
Tanya may be a little salty.
All right. So go ahead and roll an athletics check. You're both rolling at advantage. Oh, and it gets 6.
How sturdy are these walls?
I know. They're magical, so pretty sturdy.
Hey, Theris.
Yes.
How do you?
Oh no! I rolled a 1 and a 2.
How do you get the dual concentration?
It's an item. You managed to push him back away. Do another one. You push him. Is it? Once more with feeling.
Ouch.
It's still lost. It rolled a 15.
God damn it.
And it just like turns and smacks one of the other Yetis. It like flies into the wall.
You know what? Tanya's got.
Sora, you pick up.
Just roar at it.
Well, cheater.
Uh-oh. No.
You take that back.
You can't understand him. Only Sora can understand him.
Oh.
Tanya goes up and pats it on the back and gives it a pound of behemoth meat as a consolation.
It like picks it up with its like a little tiny thing and just like drops it in its mouth. And goes back to eating.
So I'd love to know, what do Yetis like to eat?
Everything.
What have I prepared on my table?
As
You
much
bunch
as
of
You
raw
really know,
carcasses.
so you prepared as much as you could. You would figure probably like full sides of beef may be good. You're not sure though. So you just
Sora, I'd love to know. Could you ask the Yetis what they'd like to eat? Because this could be
what you
very
guys
funny.
prefer to eat?
they point at Tanya
I can't do that, unfortunately.
and they just laugh.
Anything else?
They point at Finrick.
All right, well,
That's possible, though.
whatever.
They point at the duck.
Poultry and just meat.
Would that be offensive to Finrick if I prepared a bunch of duck?
Okay, maybe just meat in general.
Okay, easy enough.
And maybe some vegetables, because we're probably not going to get any meat.
Oh, Leah. Make them a bunch of bacon.
Ooh.
I think
You're
that
gonna
can be arranged.
blow their minds.
They just eat for the entirety of the time. Like, even after you guys depart, after you wake up in the morning, like, they stay here for the full 24 hours, just eating as much as they can.
I mean, they can't take it out, so might as well.
All right. So is there anything you'd like to do during this time?
What kind of tools would I need to figure out what is in a potion?
You would need like a lab, but technically, Def could summon all the stuff you need. You just have to keep in mind, if you like make potions, you need to bring whatever materials you need in with you so you can actually take them out.
It's more
Anything that's made inside doesn't come out.
It's more I just want to figure out what the formula is made of.
For which potion?
Formula 413.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm gonna go up to Leah. Hey, can I get such and such equipment?
Yeah, sure. It's there.
Tanya's gonna go figure this out.
How much time do you want to spend on it?
I don't know how long we're planning to be here for.
Well, it's half day, so you have, like 6 hours to just kind of do whatever, and then you'd be getting to the point where you can start taking your long rest, and then you guys could just get up early or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But you have decided to basically wait out all these snow and storms for the day and feed the Yetis.
Yeah, I'll do 4 hours on the formula. And then
I need you to roll an intelligence check. Okay. Tell me what kind of test you're trying to figure out on it. Like, what do you want to figure out specifically?
Figure out the the chemicals that were used to make it, mostly.
The start the components. You go ahead and you go through some of the tests available that you're currently aware of. However, you're unable to ascertain what is in Formula 413 other than its water component.
So wait, one of the components is water?
There is water in it, yes. But the other materials you're not able to ascertain with what you have available. And it's not so much an equipment thing, it's more of an available knowledge thing.
Yeah, I probably have to find an alchemist or something.
Potentially, or a book of some sort that might give you data on it.
I just want to spend the last 2 hours tinkering with Scout.
Okay. Let's kind of tinker.
See if I can figure out any more about it, how it's created and stuff.
Roll an intelligence check and an investigation check also.
See, investigation is something I'm good at.
And you kind of like are playing around with it, and then you hear click. And we just kind of sit for a minute, like, but then nothing happens.
What did I break?
Didn't sound like something broke.
And then Tanya's gonna after I finish eating, go hit the hay.
All right. Anyone else have something to do?
It's not really anything in particular, but
got lots of spendings and scryings you could potentially do because we didn't do much yet today.
True. On the floor above, there's a veranda that overlooks the central area where all the Yetis are. Mm-hmm. And I'm just in a lounge area up there, kind of looking at the Yetis, contemplating my life choices, but kind of enjoying it. A weird part is like, how did I get here? Why do I like this? Why is this fun? And I'm just I'm sitting there with a glass of wine, just jotting down notes in my spellbook.
Sora, you should ask one of them if they can guide us through the mountains here. Be safer and quicker with a guide.
They're just eating, right?
Yeah, they're just eating, having a good time. They're not very hostile now that they have plenty of food to eat.
Mhm.
The two little ones were like literally just sitting on the table. Just,
Sitting in the food.
there's one actually that's like sitting in a bowl of like stew that is replenishing itself, like as it's eating its stew that's sitting in.
Maybe we can get some Yeti wizards.
I think Jasper might be the only one to eat out of that bowl.
Yes, but you put your finger in. It actually tastes really good.
Hungry.
You've eaten Yeti before, just saying.
Yeti soup.
It's not common. But like
Yeah.
if you lick a small Yeti child, I mean you could roll a slice. Don't eat the baby.
I probably wouldn't have because I'd probably just eaten the bacon with them.
All right. Oh yeah, there's plenty, and it replenishes itself. You're good to go.
Yep.
So before we get to a long rest, anyone else have anything?
Probably gonna go up to a Bobo.
Mhm.
Is it possible you could guide us through this mountain?
Mm-hmm.
Was that a nod?
Where to?
Where are we going exactly?
Jalal kind of like explains the path ahead to the crystal caverns. And they kind of look. Shiny cave. We no go there, but we take you close.
That is
Bad
fine.
place. And Jalal kind of like strangely looks. Like, ask him why he thinks it's a bad place.
Why is it a bad place?
Smelly people.
Oh, during this time, I'll do comprehend languages too, so I can understand and talk to them.
Okay. Yeah, they just say smelly people. Yeti go there. Yeti not come back.
What kind of smell?
Rotten people.
Do they make sounds?
You hear one of the little ones stands up at the table and goes,
Do they walk like this and act like a zombie or in a shambling?
And you see the two little kids on the table jumping up and down. Yeah.
So undead.
Yep.
Jalal just looks very, very concerned.
Yeah.
I recommend we get an early start if possible.
Agreed.
It's like, well, I'm going to go retire for the evening. He's like, Finrick, come along. I'm like, oh, man. And the two of them retire.
I'm just gonna watch for a few more seconds the Yeti's eating. We're like, then just go retire.
Yep, they eat, they pass out. Jasper, do you pass out with the Yetis?
Yeah, probably like eating and falling asleep at the table.
That's adorable. They all pass out down there. All right. With that,
Wait, can I do one more thing?
yeah,
I'm gonna go find Ari.
fair.
It's probably in her room.
Knock, knock, knock.
Oh. Yeah? So wander over and open the door.
Alrighty.
Hi, Leah.
I am terribly bored. I've got about 6 hours to kill before I need to rest. Do you want to scry on anyone? Just for fun?
Or send a
Well,
message.
we could find out what's going on with Satash.
Yeah, we could do that, perhaps.
Not who you were thinking?
That's politics, you know. I was thinking someone fun, like what about that big Tauren fellow? Or Takoya. We haven't seen them in a while. I mean, we could scry multiple people. I have plenty of magic to spare.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see how the people of Marrow are faring.
We haven't checked in, after all.
All right.
Yes, perfect. All right. I set up my orb.
Ooh. So we're casting Scry? Who are we doing first?
Would anyone else be interested in seeing this, or
Fenric, like,
shall we?
runs
I
over in
imagine
pajamas.
Jason would.
Oh,
I don't know these people.
He was rather adamant about the defense of Marrow. I'm sure he'd love to see how they fared.
Yes. Let's go get Jason.
all right. So you gather whoever's interested.
We get our pillows in our pajamas, and we go to Jason's room.
Fair. Popcorn like starts randomly falling from the ceiling.
Knock, knock, knock.
And if we need more, I can do scrying as well. So
What do you say, Jason?
Jason's kind of drunk.
He just kind of opens the door.
But,
Jason, we're scrying on people. Would you like to participate?
Yeah, hold on.
All right.
Hey,
So
Jason's
everyone's
restoration on himself. So he's no
fair
longer
enough.
drunk.
Works.
I'm gonna go to my room and I'm gonna scry on them scrying on others.
It's like when you remote into yourself.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. You just kind of like
So
watch
it's such
this.
an invasion of privacy.
I'll allow it. This is great. I'm gonna allow it.
Like, hey, who wants to spy on the others?
He watches the duck appears. And just looks at you, Thirst. Meh.
Find if there's any bread around, throw it some bread.
All right. So, who's your first target or location?
Who first? Takoya?
Sure.
I know her the best, so that would probably be the easiest. Let's go her first. And I wave my hands in the
All right.
orb.
So you wave your
That's it.
hands. Let's see. At this time, you go ahead and you just kind of. Takoya is currently like sitting in a small room. You're not familiar with the room. And she's just kind of sitting there. She looks extremely like bloody and dirty and beat up. Just kind of like laying back against the wall, like relaxing. You are all able to see within the same view, 'cause it's not a very large field you get to see. You do see Kern just kind of laying on the ground with his hands behind his back, just like laying on the floor. Ow. They both appear really injured, but they both seem relaxed. They appear to be safe, at least at the moment.
Seems as though they've had a tough battle.
Not in the best condition, but alive.
Which means they might
You
have
see
won.
Takoya's sword in the background, just like covered in blood.
I assume red blood.
At this point, it's really hard to tell. You're not sure. It's like kind of like dark and dried material at this point. There's like a few chunks on it. It's not a very cleanly made blade.
I'm gonna send her a message.
Sure.
Hello, dear. Glad to see you're alive. Hope you're doing all right. I'm happy you're reunited with Kern.
Answers back. It was close. The cost was great, but we have won. Reinforcements came just in time. That's all you get.
She says they won. Huh. Did we know that? Did we know they won?
No.
They won. Well, that's good to hear.
That's great news.
You hear like from another room, you hear Therish, you go,
Your
hell
son
yeah.
independent.
There's is like the guy on the couch. And what's that movie called? God. My brain is lost. It's all good. But yeah, apparently they seem good. At this point, Jalal kind of like, he's just like watching from the background. Slightly interested.
Which background?
It's like he's sitting like in the back, probably like 15 feet away, just like leaning against the pillar, like not seeming like he's interested, but checking out because there's nothing else to do and he can't sleep.
Is he in his
crying on
pajamas?
Therish, crying on.
He's in like they're very nice professional like wizard pajamas. Very formal. It's like his night robes. Actually, at this point, because he wouldn't have his winter clothes on, you would actually see what his robes look like for the first time. His robes, I believe I have art for this.
I suppose it was really cold in Mara, wasn't it?
Appear thusly.
Both got used to have a good, nice cloak.
It looks like
Guys,
looking
I call dibs.
into a starry sky. And you notice there's 6 very bright lights. And then you do recall he did grab lights very similar looking to this from his collar as he was throwing out level 5 magic missiles during the when you were destroying all the columns.
I'm jealous. Just a little bit. It's a cool robe.
It's like, so they won. That
seems
good
like.
to hear. I was very concerned. They're highly outnumbered. She mentioned reinforcements.
She did. Didn't get too much information, but she seemed happy.
Well, I'm glad to hear that they fared well.
Now, Jalal, we all know why you're here. Who do you want to snoop on?
Harry chuckles.
He kind of looks over at you. It's like, what makes you think I'm not stooping on anyone right now?
So if somebody scries on me, scrying on them, will we get stuck like in a loop?
Maybe. The universe might break. Jalal kind of looks over at you. He goes, I'll play this game. And he walks over to your orb. And he's going to cast Scrying. Let me just mark off my spell slot. And you see a small elderly gnome drinking at a familiar looking bar to most of you. Jasper, you immediately recognize this individual. This is Makarov. You fought a zombie version of this fellow.
I fought a zombie?
Remember the little gnome that turned giant?
Yes, I do.
This is the non-created version of him. The original.
Ooh.
And you just see him kind of drinking. And then you just kind of watch as the gnome glances back and just kind of like nods. And then you watch as he cuts the feed. You already group with Natsu, man. She has wings and a skimpy outfit. Technically, not fully Natsu because your fire eater isn't here.
She's half of Natsu.
He's like, and now I remember why I don't scry. He's like, who's next?
Hmm.
You know, I just want to say, Ferris's room has been awful quiet.
Ferris is on like a 5-second delay for the laughs. So you hear like,
And then after they hear that, like, yeah, I'm fine.
Well, who is it that you want to spy on?
Anyone you want to check in on, Ferris?
I want to check in on the prince.
Okay.
I can do the prince, yeah.
Hmm.
Prince of Gamecaster, correct?
Correct.
The kid? All right.
Yeah,
so
the one
Leah,
we're trying to hide.
I believe you met him in the orphanage, correct? You saw him?
Yeah, we
You were
rescued
there?
him in
Yeah.
from the orphanage.
Correct. So yeah, you're familiar enough with him. So you go ahead and you cast a focus on him. And you just kind of see him. He's like sitting in a room on a bed. Just kind of bored. But he appears safe.
Well, that's the main thing. Good. I want to
You
kind
do
of look
notice
around the room.
on the wall, there is a cross crest on the wall. You would gather he's probably in the north.
Probably where.
That adds up.
That's who you sent him away with. You sent him away with Alistair. And so
Okay.
he's probably one of their
Okay,
places. Get your little... Yeah, he's totally fine. Tanya, I need you to roll a perception check at this point. Okay, never mind. You have the worst luck when it comes to these, and I'll explain it to you someday, but not this day. All right, so who's next? You have a lot of spell slots you can use on scrying at this point.
Hmm. There was a bard that we met in the Dell. A rather talented one named Sella. But he might not be on this plane.
You could certainly try.
I've got 2 more slots.
I mean, I already
Might as
doesn't have
well.
Scry, so.
You should have a lot more than 2 more slots, and if you need it, Jalal can lend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots to this.
Is there anyone else that we need to peep
Plus,
on?
Theris can also do it.
What about our dragonkin friend? What was his name?
Ooh, Eskel.
Eskel.
Eskel?
He's going to
Just
be on the
wondering if
jury, isn't
that's him
he?
as well.
Do we know that?
I believe so.
You would gather. You have enough general knowledge from the occurrence. So when they have something that happens at that kind of a level, you do know the king of Tyros is dead, which is a huge issue because he's kind of like the king that's the head of the alliance. But all of the kings of like the 5 major kingdoms come together, and Eskel is kind of like the kind of like a tiebreaker / advisor, as he's been alive longer than all of them together. They kind of do these proceedings near the Golden Perch. So yeah, you would know that he's kind of involved with that trial if it were kind of coming from what you learned. Do you wish to scry on him?
Let's do it. Might not work, but worth a shot.
All right, so you go ahead to cast scry on Eskel. He looks to be in a study currently, reviewing documents. Roll a D100 for me, Leah.
Sure. Oh,
fuck! No, you didn't.
Whoops.
Yes, she did.
I have put a 10% chance on this. I never thought you'd hit it. Leah.
Hi.
You stand shocked and mortified as you walk through the door behind Eskel and bring him a cup of tea.
What? Huh?
That's you.
After you walk through, you see Tanya walk through. And you and Tanya start conversing with Eskel.
Well, we've seen multiple Tanyas.
Is this Tanya A, B, or C?
This is you, not the summoner. The two of you apparently are there.
Who the hell? I just make like flabbergasted eye contact with Ari across the ball from me and look back down at it.
Ari also seems shocked. Wait, how did...
One odd thing you do notice, though. An individual walks in that is wearing Theris's clothes, but they do not look like Theris at all. And Eskel seemingly is conversing with them without issue.
Does anyone want to shoot a message over to Eskel?
Yeah. That's the plan. Just like mid-cast, I hang up the scry, and then I get on the phone.
As you try to make contact with Eskel, you find no contact.
He hung up on me.
You get the feeling something is blocking your spell from going through.
All right, that is mildly concerning, extremely weird.
Do you think they're planning on assassinating him?
I wouldn't put it that far. I don't know what to think.
The cult used a child copy of me to incinerate a city, or tried.
And half an army. And a town.
Jalal, any ideas on what this might be?
He just looks confused. Hold on, I need to roll an Arcana check. Well, I rolled a 2, but that's 23.
Wow.
What?
He's really old. Really, really old. I don't know a motivation, but they must be a clone of some sort. I'm not really sure.
Yes, the main question is, who made it?
See, there's an issue. This, and I point to my face, is not genetics. I came up with this myself, so I'd like to believe that it's very original. That is concerning.
Well, apparently someone who knows you well enough. Oh, I don't know. Has anyone cast any magics on you? Has anyone taken samples of your blood? Anything out of the ordinary that you can think of?
My family were a bit of a freak show, but that's in the past, isn't it?
It's like I don't
know what else it might be.
No one that I know of has taken me samples of my blood.
Like, I really don't know. I mean, if we could see one of these clones, I could perhaps find out, but not from just looking through an orb. It's like, I'm not really sure there's much we can do. This may just be a distraction to draw us out now that they know the halfling's gone.
I have an idea. Now that we know there is a clone of you, we might be able to. She'll tap on the crystal ball.
That's a bit of paradoxal. I don't really dabble in that.
You can dial into yourself.
No, it's just gonna do the thing where you have a stream open, and your stream is of your stream, so it just goes infinitely long.
Yep. Jalal just kind of looks at you guys.
It's a different you.
Why? It doesn't make sense to me, to be honest.
Why was the Theros one not as good?
What are you talking about?
Was the Theros...
Joel seems to not know what you're talking about.
This wasn't me. This was like a copy of me or somebody that looked like me.
It's still up there right now. It's wearing your exact same clothing, all of your items, but it does not look like you. Similar, but doesn't look like you.
If I'm scrying and them scrying, do I see who it is?
If you see yourself. Yes, you are. Jalal doesn't seem to notice the difference either.
It's not me because technically
Ari notice the difference between
you can't find me.
Ari notices the difference. Just a visual difference.
Okay.
To all of you, other than Jalal and Finner didn't really say anything. He's kind of busy. But to all of you, it looks like a total random stranger. To Jalal, he just sees theirs. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
That one does not look like Theros. Not his face, at least.
Literally Theros.
From the other room, yeah, that does look like me.
Just get in here already, Theros. Come on.
I'll go ahead and walk in there.
He Theris, and he just is pointing back and forth between the two of them like they look exactly the same.
And who?
Ari, can you? And I wiggle my fingers and like gesture to make an illusion.
She'll create a image of Theris she sees from the ball.
That is what we see.
Yeah, that's Theris.
Not quite.
That is 100% Theris.
I want to watching it. Is there anything with the hands? Can I tell like the hand? Is it the same?
It looks like that Theris is wearing a pair of gloves.
I do that too, so that's not uncommon. And who are they talking to?
Eskel, the Dragonborn, the head of the Golden Perch.
Right.
The only Dragonborn left.
I can take us there if we need to go quick, but we're going to lose progress.
Joel looks at you. It may just be a trap to pull us out. We have
Someone's going to set
valuable.
You're right, but somebody's going to set a trap in the hopes that we're going to be scrying on them so that we will teleport back.
Not that we'll teleport. Well, potentially. I don't know. But I need to get him there.
Hang on. Who could someone? I don't know if I can. Can you do sending?
Yeah, we have lots of senders.
Message Eskel and let him know that's not me.
They tried.
I tried. Is there anyone else we know about the Golden Perch that we could inform?
Who were the other people that were around that we may know?
Soren?
Soren's dead.
There were some of the
any of the help?
Minotaur guards. I don't know any of them by name, but
Yeah, the only person you really talked to in great detail was Eskel.
What about Frank?
The turtle?
Maybe not.
I love Frank.
I'm curious if it's
and
a
also,
name off the guy that's been hunting me.
Maybe.
It's a possibility.
They did set a trap for you in Satesh's home.
It all kind of looks to all of you. I understand if you can't stay, but please know I must continue forward, and I cannot go with you if you must leave now. I need to find out what this halfling knows.
What if we send the Yetis through? to kill the one that looks like me only.
Certainly attempt to do so.
Why only that one? Why not mine too?
Just protect the Dragonborn and kill everything else there.
If we do go, we'll likely return as quickly as we can.
Let's send the Yetis through. As a player, let's send this whole herd of Yetis in there.
Except for one, you need a guide.
You can sit back and watch it like a TV, like an action comedy.
Pretty sure Eskel will just obliterate them.
There's a high potential of that happening, yes. He looks to all of you.
Jalal, something I've been meaning to ask. Why do you have problems with the Golden Perch?
It's not that I have problems with them. We just don't really see eye to eye. I'm just not really a big fan of taking orders from people that take power by force.
Have you guys had a confrontation in the past?
No, I'm just
Or is it
referring.
just...
When the gods were sealed away, the dragons immediately snatched up all the power and sealed away all the rightful heirs of that power. It just doesn't seem like a very honorable act to me, but that's just me. Although I don't dislike all dragons. However, the only dragon I ever have loved and liked and respected as a friend, I just saw flying overhead probably a half a day ago.
Oh, that is very awkward. I mean, my condolences.
Well, he was killed by, unfortunately, your friends, but such is war, and these things happen. But we're better off being further apart, if you get my meaning.
Ari will wander up to him, heads down. I'm sorry.
He knew what he signed up for. He fought, he lost. I will get my vengeance one day,
So,
but in time. Yes, I would encourage you to continue on our mission to seek out the truth of these matters. I just am concerned that this seems all too easy. Why can you scry and see them, but not send messages to them other than if you were to be drawn out?
I have to agree. I'd like to know the full picture of things, I think.
What are they talking about?
maybe we weren't...
They just seem to be making small chat, drinking tea.
Say, how did those monks know about Satesh being moved to a trial?
Which monks?
Well, we heard from some monks at the town we were at that Satesh was captured and he was being moved to, was it the Golden Perch or...
His trial was actually to take place in Tyros.
Okay.
But it was basically, from what
Tyros
was explained to you, it was just like big news that the head of this cult had been captured.
But he was being brought to Tyros for trial. This place is pretty far away for news to have already made it here.
He looks at you at this point. He's like, "It's not completely uncommon. Magical messaging, as you know, is fairly common, and news has ways of making its way around. I wouldn't be too surprised by that."
And they do have that very interesting obelisk that I'm sure does many things.
Yes, fire obelisks.
It was really quite fascinating.
It's amazing magic. Not much of a fan myself, being more of a fan of colder climate, but I get the appeal. However, I must get ready. Is there anyone else that you wanted to scry on before we retired?
My cousin.
You want to look for Gronkum?
APK just a minute.
Might as well.
Oh, Gronkum. It's like, let me see. And you watch as he begins to scry. And you just see 3 figures walking through snow. You see a taller
Do any of
figure.
the figures look?
None of them look like Gronkum. There is a larger figure in full armor, though. Walking next to him.
About Gronkum's height?
Roll a history check. Hard to tell perspective on height with the snow. There's not anything to really like compare against.
Fair.
The other individual is humanoid. You're not really sure. It like vaguely looks familiar, but you can't quite place it. And then to the left side of the individual in armor, you see a small humanoid in a robe.
Does the robe bear any insignias?
No. It's a small
Does
human.
the armor or any of their clothing?
Mm-mm.
Do they have winter gear on top of their stuff?
It looks like their
Slash
armor is like
interwoven with?
reinforced with padding for the winter. And yeah, there's like winter, like a winter coat on top of like robes and whatnot.
Okay.
Looks very similar to the
does it look
environment
similar
you're in,
to something.
or were in.
Okay.
Not the mansion.
The furs that they're wearing, does it look similar to what the one Jalal has, or
He kind of looks.
does it look like it from a
No, it
different
doesn't
angle?
look like Jalal's. They just look different, and Jalal kind of like looks. Goes. That's close by.
I'm back.
It is?
How close?
Welcome back.
Okay.
A day or two, perhaps. It's hard to say exactly, but that is definitely close.
Do you
We
think you could get us there
Try
quickly?
and meet them.
I am perhaps, but I don't have any time to waste.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Controls 8.
So, anyone else you guys want to scry?
Well,
Want a message to?
if you can get us there quickly, I can get us back here quickly.
Well, there's a gate right in the church, a golden pool, so we can gate right over.
They're technically in the city of Tyros, but the city of Tyros is not far from the Golden Perch.
I thought there was one right in the chapel because that's where we went
That's
to.
in the Golden Perch. Tyros is a different city.
Okay,
It's like 10 miles away. It's not far.
I thought that's where he was. I'm like, sweet,
Yeah,
we'll pop up in the room next
cities
door
right
and come
next to each
charging
other.
through.
No, he's in Tyros right now for the trial. They're not at the Golden Perch, but you could teleport to the Golden Perch and probably get there in a couple of hours, or depending if you have horses or whatnot.
And how can you get us back?
Well, I'm pretty sure I can teleport us across this distance.
Say if there was a permanent circle here, then I could do the same, but We don't have time to make one permanent. Ask your Yeti friends if they've seen anything that looks like a circle. Like a summoning circle or a teleportation circle. Anywhere. Close.
Sorry. Or actually, you could do it too. Oh, do you have
that's
your?
right. I did the
we'll say you have it up. We'll just for sake of it being easy.
Yes. So I'll ask them if there's something anywhere in a cave or something they've seen. Trace one out on the floor.
They kind of look. One of the little kids runs over, kind of looks at it, and then he kind of draws on the ground next to you. It looks like a door with like kind of intricate engravings on it, and he just looks at you like that.
Does it look like something that could be that?
It doesn't look like a teleportation circle, but it looks very intriguing.
You should check it out.
It looks foreign, almost alien. You're not even sure what those symbols are.
Is it close
Bilal
by?
looks
Where
at
is
it
this?
and immediately it's like, I've seen that before. That's near the caverns. I was unable to open it the last time I was there, but that was 10, 20, 50 years ago. Hard to say.
And how old are you again?
I'm not sure exactly, but I've been conscious for quite some time. I'm what is referred to as one of the fallen.
One of the fallen? Like
Yes.
a fallen angel?
No. The Queen has a soft spot for those who fall in desperate circumstances, and those that we recover, we are able to recuperate back to health through her powers, depending on the level of injury one has. Some of our friends and members are unable to even leave her domain. Others, like me, can travel freely anywhere. But at some point, and I don't quite remember how, I did suffer a mortal wound, but I was able to be maintained and remain alive. Maybe. So, anyone else who want to take a look on?
Well, I was thinking, so if you can get us, she'll gesture to the ball, there, we could scry on back here to make it easier, and I could teleport us back.
Unfortunately, I must continue forward. In order to get you there, I'd have to teleport you myself, which I don't have the time to do. Now that we have the halfling, it will not be long before someone comes to claim him. I do not
Even
have
if
any time
it's
to
only
waste.
minutes?
I cannot part from my strength in order to do this. I need everything to focus on my mission. There are many dangers and apparently even more where I'm heading.
Zombies should be fun.
Finner kind of sits there. I read a book about zombies once.
That's great, Fenric.
Right now, I'm reading this cool book about what's this thing, and you kind of flip through it. On your roll of perception check with advantage.
Did you say
Come on,
Tanya?
Tanya.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Tanya.
If you fuck this up, I'm done.
What you need me to roll?
Perception check with advantage. Okay, now you roll a natural 20. About time. Tanya, you look over at the book that Fenric is reading, and on the cover, there's an elongated elven skull that is very familiar to you on the front of it.
Really?
Uh-huh. I've only been trying to show it to you for like 10 sessions now.
You're
rolling like shit.
Tanya's gonna go over there and just take the book from his hand.
Hey, Matt.
Where'd you get this?
Oh, got it from the library.
Tanya's gonna grab his hand.
Uh-huh.
Which library? As she squeezes hard.
Satesh's library.
Why would he have this? Why would he have this in his library?
He has a bunch of books. This book's kind of cool. This is about some. I'm not sure. It says like a lick. I think.
Lich?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a lick. Hick. Oh, nope. I guess you're right. Lich.
I'm gonna keep this book for a while.
But I borrowed it.
Tanya.
And Tanya's gonna just squeeze his hand really hard and walk off.
As you try to squeeze his hand really hard, his hand just popped out.
Like, it's a prosthetic hand.
No, he's like stupidly lucky.
God damn it.
Exactly, just kind of looks at you.
Do you have any more stuff with this symbol? As she points to the skull.
I was just getting to the good part, too. They're just getting to the part where the lick attacked a bunch of people.
Is it still open to the part where he was reading?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it.
You read it? Sounds very familiar. As you read detail for detail, the exact recounting of the death of many of your parents' friends, as you remember hearing and seeing it happen. This is 100% the same symbol you saw the day your parents were taken. I'm going to grab a beer. I'll be right back.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I guess I should
Also, how many people are in Jason's room right now?
I didn't even know Tanya was there. I assumed she was still with her working on her projects or going to bed.
We've probably been up here for like an hour just having a pillow party. I'm assuming we dragged everybody into it at some point.
Even Sora.
Uh-huh.
What? No.
Come gossip with the ladies. You know you want to.
Second, why is it always a damn book for my characters?
Because you have a thirst for knowledge.
Let's just say my characters don't have a good track record when it comes to books.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, look,
Especially
play an
books.
intelligence cast, you're gonna get a book.
All right.
So
So,
Time's gonna look at the book. Gonna become sullen / kind of a mix of anger. And she's just gonna walk out the door to her room.
all right. Frederick just kind of looks sad. He's like, oh man. He pulls out a different book.
I'm going through this process right now in my head where Leah's just like, why is she interested in a book about liches? Does she want to become a lich? Do I need to give her the talk about becoming a lich?
Where did Leah learn how to become a lich?
Yeah, what secrets have you been keeping from me, Leah?
I don't.
funny, like-
I mean, it's just passing knowledge. I know of it.
It's like,
yes.
okay, we're gonna have to sit you down and have the discussion. You know, every wizard comes to a point where we have to sit down and talk about becoming a lich.
And it always happens right after they get Magnificent Mansion. Have you ever noticed that? Once they get a house they can do whatever they want with, and it's like, oh, I can do whatever I want now. I want to live forever.
Oh my God.
So, Tanya walks off. Is there anyone else before we retire we want to send a message to or scry on? You have many friends in many locations, with many things going on.
Can someone send a message to Ronkum?
You could certainly try.
That would be a good idea.
Let him know we're not far away from him and ask if he can come meet us.
Jalal, my messages to Gronkum have never gone through for some reason, but your scry did go through. Could you perhaps try sending him a message? I don't know why yours were not blocked. I think you might have better luck than me.
He kind of looks looks at you. He's like, I'm slightly embarrassed to say, but I did not put that.
Okay.
He's
Rookie mistake. I understand.
It's like, hold on one moment, and you watch as he kind of like reaches into a bag, and you see a flash of light. And he's like, all right, who are we sending a message to? Gronkum?
Gronkum, please.
And he begins to cast sending. What do you want to tell Gronkum?
All you, Jason.
That we're near and he should come meet us.
He gives your general location, location nearby where you typically were heading. It says to come meet if possible. His spell goes through. He just kind of, like, his eyebrow lifts a little bit. It's like, does mean anything to any of you?
Oh no.
He was feeble-minded. It's a long story.
Oh. That's a horrible spell. I love it.
I do too.
What? You know what? No, I don't want to know. Or do I?
You don't want to know. All right, anyone else or long rest? Family members, NPCs. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Can't think of anyone else off the top of my head.
I am satisfied, personally.
All right, we are going to
Does
long
Cyrus want to
rest.
check on his sister?
You want to check on your sister?
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah, I probably should.
Consider we left her in an occupied town and
Yeah,
running
because
for her life.
she get last I saw her was at the orphanage and she took off.
You get a cast right now here.
Yeah. Is she even detectable?
She's detectable. You scry upon her, and she's currently sitting bound in a chair. On a counter nearby, you see the blue amulet that she had been wearing previously that had been protecting her. And walking into the room next to her, you see a familiar-looking half-elf bard with long blonde hair with very similar black markings as Sora has. Speaking with your sister, you recognize this individual as the bard Davil, who is part of your ambush in Satesh's home, the one that got away.
That son of a bitch. What's he doing with my sister?
She does appear
I
to
know
be
what bards
somewhere
like to do.
though. Yeah, he looks in pretty bad shape, though. He's not looking great. All right, now I'll long rest this. Rest.
You see the message about Tanya?
Are you sure you would like to do that? That doesn't necessarily
Can-
result in good results for the following
Can
day
I-
and other.
I don't think Tanya would actually go to sleep.
Could-
All
Can
right.
I, after that, send a message to Dabble?
So hold on 1 second. Oh, do you want to send them on the same night?
Yeah,
Sure.
just after we look at that.
Yeah. What do you want to say?
I know where you are. That's it. Keep him on his toes.
And he just sits there and you hear this coy reply. That's the motherfucking point, dear.
Damn. All right. I see how this is gonna go.
See you soon, sweetheart. You get a message after that. Apologies for my manners. It caught me off guard. Perhaps we can come to agreement. Maybe you can make this half-elf's heart whole.
Fuck off, funny man.
I'll murderize him.
All right. You guys get your long rest, except for Tanya. Tanya, as you don't go to sleep, you do suffer from level 1 exhaustion.
I figured. Do I roll hit die to recover that health then?
You can, yeah. Don't worry about that, though. You don't have that much health to worry about in the first place. So you suffer from level 1 exhaustion.
Yeah, this is the first lead in how long she probably wouldn't be able to go to sleep finding out.
I did not drop. There you go. Okay, you got level 1. You guys wake up in the bright and the shiny. The Yetis are now eating the breakfast food.
Did they ever stop eating?
No.
They took a nap. That was about it. Jasper's already eating too. They eat, they nap, they eat, they nap.
Ari will head over to Jalal after she's, awoken, gotten dressed and such.
Mhm.
After we bring the halfling there, will you help us find Gronkum?
Because if I survive, I'd gladly help you find your friend.
Will you survive?
Like, yes, I'm
Is
quite
this as a result of the dangerous travels, or the process of learning the information from Pendrick there?
I'm not quite sure. I was not planning on dealing with undead, but if undead are involved, then it's probably going to be interesting, to say the least. Not to mention I have to keep this young gentleman alive as well.
She'll spark up a flame. Well, I hear turning them to ash works well.
The halfling or who?
Well, she says that towards Jalal, but she's indicating the undead.
Oh, gotcha. He's like, yeah, fire's great. I have some. It's like, I really need to see what I'm dealing with. If needed, I could call in reinforcements. But hopefully it's something we could handle without delay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and don't worry, when the time comes and we find out the source of this evil, we will honor our agreement and be there to assist you in dealing with it. You have my word. A second in command.
Second in command.
He got a promotion for blowing a horn and getting someone out of their area.
Very nice. Seems well earned.
Like, yes.
Oh, I guess he didn't say that. Never mind.
He hasn't been back yet to redeem his honor, but it's more or less been promised to him. He's going there after he's done with whatever this is. He's desperate to find out what this halfling knows, though. So, will you be heading off to the Golden Perch then? Or will you be continuing forward?
What do y'all want to do?
I think we should carry on.
I want to go to the perch to find out what's going on there, but I agree. I think it's best if we continue on.
If I heard right, he said we're gonna go deal with undead,
There was the mention of a lot of undead, yes.
and that's where we're heading originally.
Yep. Well, we didn't know there were undead there, but apparently there's undead there now.
So we can prep
Tanya's
accordingly.
all willing. Tanya over here, yeah, she's all ready to kill undead.
He looks about at the rest of you.
Maybe we'll run into Gronkum on the way.
With luck.
At this point, you hear a Bobo turn in. I'm go to Metal Hunk.
Huh?
Metal Hunk. And he points at the picture of the door that the little kid drew. Big metal.
Oh. So, apparently I'm tired. What?
He's saying big metal.
Okay. So that is the normal confusion I would have.
Yep. You're rightfully confused.
Okay. What's big metal?
He points to the door that the little Yeti drew when you were asking about the magic circles earlier.
Oh.
Big metal.
I don't think I'm not going to become unconfused about this.
You go. You happy. Come. And all the Yetis go out the door. Anything you want to do before you leave the house?
Were the servants able to turn that into jerky?
Sure.
You said yeah.
Yep. As you guys continue forward, the Yetis cut off a considerable amount of time off your trip. You run into really no incidents. As you get to the end of kind of where this mountain range starts to descend into where you're heading next, You see maybe about 2 miles off in the distance the same large black metal dragon with the tentacles that you'd seen the day prior. And it kind of flies south, following along the storm line of the large storm coming from the north, seemingly flying over you without issue.
So we probably missed whatever that was.
Roll a perception check
Oh.
as it flies over. Just whoever's interested.
13.
I'm trying to remember, who was it the last time who saw the things that were on the dragon? I forget exactly who that was.
I think it was
Wasn't it
Tanya.
Tanya was in that 20 or something.
So, Leah. Yeah, it's basically down to Leah at this point. Everyone else rolled like shit. You see that dragon flying overhead, and remember Tanya mentioning it. You see the dragon, but the 8 humanoids that were on it are nowhere to be seen. And it just continues flying south.
Well, its riders are gone. That's probably not good.
No,
You guys look down into the valley nearby, and you see at the base several humanoids kind of like walking in a line that appear to be carrying something. They're kind of like set into what looks like maybe a mine. You're not 100% sure. At this point, Jalal looks over and goes, "That's it." The Crystal Cavern straight ahead. I need everybody to roll perception checks.
To roll what?
Perception.
Does this cavern block things like teleportation?
As you guys kind of walk up and take a greater look, you see him kind of set back. Damn, Ferris. That's a 30.
Almost a nat 20, huh?
Ferris, you, as a cleric, recognize these are not humanoids. These are undead carrying away chunks of stone and ice and whatever random material. This mountain, which Jalal has not been to in some time, has been cleared away to some extent. There's a very vast, large metal object embedded in the stone and snow.
Somebody's using the undead as labor to excavate whatever this thing is.
It's large, from what you can see, and made of metal and covered in unknown runes.
Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. It's a crashed spaceship.
It kind of looks like a spaceship if you, as a human, saw it.
So what I was saying is, like, you're going to take us through the old Expedition to the Barrier Peaks module. That'd be awesome.
Oh, and I'm way meaner than that. This one's homemade.
Gonna get me a mech and a laser gun.
But you look down in the valley, you do recognize that those are undead. They are definitely being used for labor. What do you guys wish to do with the bit of time we have left before we stop?
How far away are the undead?
Right now, you're probably like a good 2 miles away. So you're like up on a higher ridge and you have a good look down. You do also see that large metal door the Yetis had talked to. They kind of like pointed out at this point. We go no further.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we eat the halfling now, or
No.
Italian possessor. We could give him a hand.
I'm keeping that one to myself.
Like his hand, or
Actually, I don't have a sword. I pull out a hand axe. Yeah, his hand. He doesn't need them.
You proceed down towards the area.
Hang on, I'm checking something. I don't think I have a.
Also, good time to mention, since it's the morning, you could burn the spells.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Arcane Eye because I don't have a range on that, and I'm gonna send it down. And it's invisible. I'm gonna send it down, following the undead, and see where they're going.
How
and
long does it last? Out of curiosity. 10?
Do what?
How long is the spell duration? 10 minutes? Hour?
1 hour.
All right. Is it invisible? I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You create an invisible magical eye within range. It hovers in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 foot, and it can look in every direction. And then I can move it 30 foot as an action. And there's no
You could
range.
very easily send it into scout. As you send it in, it takes a bit of time to kind of traverse the distance. But you see, there are undead, all sorts of different races that are clearing out this rubble and exposing what appears to be some sort of vessel. You're not sure how it operates, but it looks constructed 100%, but 100% foreign. As you kind of go, you do manage to find the gate that the Yeti drew. However, it is currently closed, and nothing is currently attempting to open it. They're not near it. You are able to follow some caves further in, though, and you find a large chamber. Let me get you a map.
ooh,
Oh, did I even upload that one? Maybe I didn't. I'm still getting used to Unity too. You have to actually like upload it when you're in the cloud mode. It doesn't just pull from your local files. I like it though. All right, maps. Yeah, that's a good one. Download. Import. Download. So easy. There, so you kind of go down with the eye into this area. There's a map. Lead you token. Let's use this. That's a shitty token. I have more eye tokens. Oh, more pages. Hello. Really? Oh, we'll use. What's this? As your eye kind of proceeds forward in this chamber, go ahead and roll a perception check there. As you traverse this chamber, you see frozen, massive body parts. Completely solid throughout this structure. remnants of some sort of ancient being. Unmoving, near the top of this, you see a gathering of people. This area here is kind of filled with a bunch of people kind of looking up at this top area. Get a couple of NPCs real quick. Leave out the Yetis. They can come back in later when you need them most.
That meat pipe
Freaking
looks kind of
nat
gross.
20s.
Tentacles or whatever those are.
Yeah, they're like hacked apart frozen tentacles in this area. You all feel very uneasy being here. All right, that's everybody.
I'll be describing what I see as I go along to everybody.
What kind of tentacles?
And you see 3 individuals on top of this platform speaking to the individuals below. Can your eye hear or no?
It does not say, it just says I can see everything.
You just see these 3 humanoids that appear to be covered in some sort of fungus in different varieties over their bodies. They appear elven in nature, and they're speaking to about 120 individuals below them within this square. We're not sure what they're saying, but they all appear to either be undead or have fungal growth upon them.
Would I have any information on any kind of fungus that could give mind control or control over undead or anything?
This is an unknown to you, unfortunately.
It come from space.
You do notice one last thing, though. Where'd it go? Do. There he is.
So fungal growth then is not similar to the one we encountered from the beholder.
Nope. And you see one last individual appear at the bottom and raise his hands up into the air. And you just see everyone bow before him.
Gary, what are you doing here?
All right, what do you guys wish to do?
Say I'll describe the individuals the best I can to everybody. It seems to be the leader.
It's like, it makes sense. I thought it was the crystals that gave off the effect. I was unaware that that existed below here.
What existed below here?
If I'm not wrong, and he's gonna roll an Arcana check. That is a natural 1. Doesn't matter what he rolled.
Yikes.
No info. And all he had to do was roll a 2. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is.
Quick, someone make it. Quick, halfling, make him reroll. Does the halfling have bounced
Reaction.
luck?
Luck. Reroll. Fair. He's got it. He's gonna roll another one. Watch. At the 35, that's a bit better.
Just a bit.
It was. I believe that's one of the ancient titans. They were all slain long
Ancient-
ago
Titan?
from alien worlds,
Okay, an undead,
destroyed by the
an
gods
undead
long
alien
ago.
titan sounds bad.
Came from
Well, it
Azeroth.
doesn't appear to be alive, but if they're excavating here, the secrets they may uncover could be potentially very dangerous to everybody. If they've discovered what I believe they may have, this could be very bad indeed. I hate to ask more of you than I've already asked, but we may need to deal with these individuals in order to obtain the information we need. Do any of you have problems with killing undead?
Not at all.
No.
Yep.
I figured not. It's like, then I have a deal to make with you. Help me clear this place. Help me get the halfling to the destination, and I shall pay you greatly.
Say no more.
We'll do everything we can to help you.
He goes ahead, he casts one last sending spell. Let's be on our way. You guys begin to descend down into the valley where this alien vessel is. And that is where we'll stop for tonight.
All right.
Sweet.
What exactly is that book called?
What is what called?
The book.
The book? I will send that to you a little bit later.
And whatever she was able to read throughout the night about it.